You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White sports supporters, let's talk about the Packers and the Cowboys coming up this weekend. It's a huge game. It's a Sunday night football game, and NBC has gone bananas over this game. Now, obviously, the big storyline, Micah Parsons returns to Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. I am currently watching the Netflix documentary about the Cowboys. Holy hell, that SOB is good. It is great. It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Not even regardless of the kind of documentary, it is fantastic. And seeing that dynamic, how Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson bleeped up that whole relationship, is just unfreaking real. But you certainly have insight into Jerry Jones and how his mind works. And you're like, shit, no wonder this Micah Parsons thing got effed the hell up. I know one thing, Cowboys fans, and I remember this. I'm old enough to remember this. They hated Jerry when he bought that team because of Tom Landry. Now, Jerry won 3 Super Bowls, you know. People kind of forget that. But no doubt, his ego is wild. And he wants credit. And that's one of his... I've always had this one big problem with the Cowboys. And I'm in Texas. I mean, the fan base is everywhere. They're rabid, obviously. I've never understood how you can have, quote-unquote, America's team and not always have a superstar head coach. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you couldn't have... Jimmy Johnson should have been the coach in Dallas for 15 years or 20 years. They should have moved heaven and earth to make sure that man stayed happy. The Cowboys might have won 6 or 8 Super Bowls. He just knew talent. He knew how to evaluate it, but Jerry couldn't get past his own ego. And so here we have the Micah Parsons situation. Now, in case you're wondering, because I was curious, how's Micah doing with the Packers? 3 games, 1.5 sack, 3 solo tackles. Okay, and let me scroll down here to see if we can get anything else. 6 quarterback hits. So he's living in the backfield. All right, living in the backfield. 1 tackle for loss. So that's where he's at. Now, where does that grade out? Pretty damn good so far. He's a 90.1. Now, you do see this run defense grade, and that's what Jerry was talking about, that he was not helping the run defense, but he was making the quarterback uncomfortable. This is PFF's edge defender grades through 3 games. He's the 4th best edge defender on grade this season. They got him as 4th. You're right here with the big guys, Aiden Hutchinson, Myles Garrett. That's the kind of guys that are ahead of him. Harold Landry is having a hell of a comeback with the Patriots too, by the way. We'll have to see how that holds out. But NBC is giving this game the Super Bowl treatment. I mean, honestly, the Super Bowl treatment. That's how this game is going down. An upcoming primetime NFL showdown in Dallas is the latest game on the league scheduled to get enhanced network treatment. NBC's Sunday night football game this weekend between the Packers and the Cowboys, a highlight of the early season schedule, will include the network bringing its Football Night in America pregame show on site to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. John Fanta, newly hired by NBC Sports to call men's college basketball games, will also make his his Football Night in America debut to provide updates and highlights from network headquarters in Connecticut. The network's daily fantasy football and sports betting show, Happy Fantasy Football Happy Hour with Matthew Berry, will also air Sunday from the stadium. The elevated broadcast plan follows one of many of the NFL's other rights holders have used for top games on their schedule. NBC, of course, did the same thing for the kickoff game September 4th in Philadelphia between the Cowboys and Eagles, a contest that was on course to set a ratings record before a weather delay. That's right, I forgot it was a weather delay. CBS was at Lambeau Field for its pregame show for the season opening matchup between the Lions and Packers. Fox then brought its pregame show to Kansas City for the Super Bowl rematch on September 14th between the Eagles and Chiefs, also generating historic viewership. Comcast-owned NBC additionally has begun to escalate promotion of the Packers Cowboys matchup, leaning heavily into the high-profile preseason trade between the two that sent standout defensive end Micah Parsons to Green Bay. Directly referencing the tense emotions that led to the departure of Parsons from Dallas, network promotional spots for the game are using Fleetwood Mac's Go Your Own Way as backing music. There is still plenty of emotion surrounding Parsons and the return to Dallas. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has said there will be no pregame tribute video for Parsons, saying, quote, "I don't think that's appropriate." Parsons, for his part, told the AP it would be, quote, "painful to sack Cowboys quarterback and former mentor Dak Prescott." Surprisingly, the game will be the first on Sunday night in Dallas between the two, despite the team's rivalry being one of the NFL's best for decades. The commitment of additional resources to NFL game productions is not surprising, given the hefty viewership registered so far this season. The first 2 weeks of the NFL season overall has averaged 20.7 million viewers, the best mark at this point of the schedule in league history. So they're going all out. They're going all out. And like I said, that documentary, shit, it gives you some great insight to realize where Jerry's coming from. And if you're a Cowboys fan, shit, good luck. Good luck. I mean, it's now you know why Parcells wasn't around. You know, it's ridiculous. It's a huge ego. I mean, he's highly intelligent on the business side of things. But the football stuff, because he wants the credit for it, that's the poison in all this potion for Jerry and led to this right here. But I can tell you this, the fact that that crew and NBC is giving the Super Bowl treatment to the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium because of that trade, it's exactly what Jerry Jones wanted. Exactly what he wanted. He loves that kind of attention on that stadium and on that team. Even if people think he was out of his mind making the trade. And he still handled it all wrong. If he'd have done it earlier in the year, he would have gotten a much, much bigger payoff. No, didn't do it. By the way, their defense is absolutely awful. Awful. Tell me what you think. Are you fired up for the Packers and Cowboys? I mean, look, the Cowboys in theory should be able to score some points. But I think CeeDee Lamb's out for this game. So what's left? Question mark? I mean, really? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.